But before that, we'll be having a pleasure to listen to our own Central Council member Purushottam Bhai on the peer review. Sunil Bhai, Chairman of Ahmedabad branch, Neerav Agrawal, Vice Chairman, Purushottam Bhai, Central Council member, to please come on the dais. I request all the members to rise up for the ICAI motto.
Yaesha supteshu jagrati Yaesha supteshu jagrati Kamam 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 Purusho nirvimanaha Tadeva shukram Tada brahma Tadeva mritamucchate Tasmin lokaha shataha Sarve tadunatyati kaschan Etadvaita
Now I request our Central Council member Purushottam Khandelwal sir to address the gathering, and on particularly on the topic peer review.
Good morning, respected Chairman of the Ahmedabad branch, C.A. Sunil Sanghvi ji, Secretary of Ahmedabad branch, Sunit Shah, Vice Chairman of Ahmedabad branch, Neerav Agrawal, respected members. Yesterday, we heard the Chief Commissioner of Income Tax, where he apprised about the relationship with the departments. He has a very good regards for the professional chartered accountants. The Institute of Chartered Accountants of India is working with the Government of India, soldiers to soldiers. With the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, under direct supervision, Institute is working. All the three institutes, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Institute of Cost Accountant of India, and Institute of Company Secretary of India. All these three professional bodies working under MCA, and regularly, quarterly, we are holding a meeting by MCA Secretary for the coordination with these three professional brothers. The audit is a serious business. Looking to the order issued by NAFRA, SEBI, just before few days, I seen the order issued by the SEBI, where the auditor of the listed company was the auditor of another company, where the circular trading was happened. He was the auditor in both the company. So they find out what is the convenience between these two companies, and they refer to the NAFRA. The investigation officer of the SEBI called our chartered accountant brothers, and he wants to know about his participation in the audit committee meeting held at Mumbai. He said that I was a part of audit committee meeting, but the technology which is used by SEBI person, he was also chartered accountant. He is aware of all the facts. The mobile location of the chartered accountants of Ahmedabad was not in Mumbai, and they put the location information in the audit, his SEBI reports, that this chartered accountant was in Mumbai, and he is aware of both the company. So he cannot deny that I am not aware. The public fund was used, involvement, and the price rigging was there. So I request all the members, if you are conducting a statistician service, need to be serious. Peer review is a process not to find the fault of practicing unit, but to nurture the practicing unit. How our brothers is keeping a record, which is essential whenever any problem arises, the documentation can only save the skin. Either we are keeping a document in our file, either a bomb. They bringing the trial balance that totally change the P&L accounts, which they print out and keep it in the file, and the final audit report you have signed is totally different. What we are doing? We are asking our client to send a tally data in mail. We receive the tally data. The tally data which is received by a practicing unit shows a 1 crore rupees profit. But after a various accounting entry passed by our chartered accountants and the accountant with whom the owner of the business is come, is looking the mobile and enjoying his time, and auditor and the accountant change the data. When finally we finalize the profit and send file again back to the client that he cannot harass us for the opening balances. So we are keeping both the record. Whenever any problem arises, the investigation agency said that, why are you showing this kind of data? So the client says that, sir, मैंने तो ये डेटा भेजा था जिसमें ये प्रॉफिट था, जो कुछ किया मेरे चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट ने किया है. क्लाइंट किसी के होंगे नहीं, किसी के हुए भी नहीं. अगर वो 25-50 हज़ार की फीस होगी छोड़ के चले जाएंगे. तो इन्वेस्टिगेशन ऑफिसर है, उसने बोल दिया कि चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट ने किया. नाउ बॉल्स इन अवर कोर्ट that we have to prove that we done nothing. But we have called all the full prints of the digital track. We received the data, we changed the data, audit trail was there. So nowadays, institute is also serious. Our duty as a Central Council member to aware my members not to fall into any problems. So we have started a serious campaign for the peer review. Peer review is nothing but the work done by a practicing unit will be looked at by the another professional brothers. He will guide, he will suggest you how to keep the records, how to maintain the accounting standard record, auditing standard record, how he comes to the conclusion of audit report which is used by the chartered accountants, sample procedures. So, on the first phase, the peer review was recognized by the Security and Exchange Board of India. First time in India, the SEBI said that if you want to appoint an auditor of the listed company, the auditor firm should be peer reviewed. If the auditor firm is not peer reviewed, you cannot appoint as a auditor of the listed company. So, we are conducting a one training program in Ahmedabad under the leadership of the chairman, where we will guide to the members, those who want to become a peer reviewer, is one aspect. Another aspect is how to maintain a proper record in our firms whenever it is needed by any regulators. Before few days, I was in the Forensic University at Gandhinagar with the chairman and the chairman of DEB and immediate past president of ICAI, Aniket Betalati, where we have invited 44 people across the country to just give them the training of forensic. The Zunero, the dean of the forensic unit, said that in the Evidence Act, they have included the evidence, including a digital evidence. So all the digital documents is now part of the evidence which is recognized in the court of law. Today, at 10:30, we have started one program on forensic audit at Hotel Pride. There are the 50 participants because this FAFD course was a mandatory by the bankers, those who appoint a concurrent auditor or a statutory auditor of bank branch. Slowly and gradually, they are giving emphasis on the chartered accountant, those who are the FAFD qualified. There are two boards in ICAI. One is the peer review board and another is FRRB, Financial Reporting Review Board, which is established by the institute where we select a financial statement of the listed company or any other entity on the request of SEBI, RBI, Income Tax Authority, or any investor grievances. So we appoint a technical reviewer in the major cities. In Ahmedabad, there are two groups of FRRB. We have appointed a technical review, which is paid by ICAI. They review the financial statement of other than our region and send a report to the FRRB. FRRB thoroughly investigation the financial statement and the observation received from the technical reviewer. So the FRRB is also serious. Another is TQRB, Tax Audit Reporting Review Board. Many of us are not aware that whatever the tax audit signed by us is nobody's looking at. The tax audit, a 3CD, which is a part of audit report, it has to be prepared by the client. It's a certificate. But we take the burden of client in our soldiers. We prepare the 3CD forms, even though not taking care of the sign of the client. Supposed to be prepared by the client only. So be aware about this fact. Now I'm coming to the topic, overview about the peer review, because we are conducting a peer review board training program soon in Ahmedabad, which is mostly funded by the institute. The Institute of Chartered Accountants of India in 1998 conceptualized the system of review of the work of professional. Professional's work will be reviewed by another professional. In the beginning of 21st century, the Council of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India introduced a peer review mechanism. This constitution of the peer review board in early 2002. What is the idea? The idea behind peer review is not a fault finding, but nurturing the exercise. Many of the professional brothers, those who are in the contact with me, they are thinking that my firm will be peer review, there will be problems. ICAI will take any action. Absolutely misconcept. We are not taking any action. We are suggesting the practicing unit how to maintain the record, how to carry out the attestation function. We are giving support to the practicing unit because you all are our ambassador, brand ambassador. Your work speaks about the whole profession, what the profession is, what a member is doing. Because the Modi ji rightly said, the signature of chartered accountant carry more power than the signature of Prime Minister of this country. Our signature is valid from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. There is no separate license is required. A government has given authority to chartered accountant to carry out the attestation function. So it's our responsibility to take care of this function done by our firms. The review begins with the assumption that the professional work professionally. क्लाइंट अपनी ऑफिस में आया, बैठा, चाय पिया, नाश्ता किया, उसके घर की 10 बातें बताई, विल कैसे करने का है, बच्चे के खर्चे किए, ये सब काम के लिए हम नहीं हैं. प्रोफेशनल डॉक्टर के पास जाते हैं, कौन अपने को चाय पिलाता? कोई नहीं पिलाता. काम किया, जाओ, फीस दो, जाओ. वी आर बिल्डिंग अ रिलेशनशिप and afraid that if we will do something, he will go away. Client will never go. He needs a professional service. So we have to give the professional service. to serve and keep the Indian profession of chartered accountant in the forefront. अपने जो chartered accountant profession है उसको high रखने के लिए, if we are working professionally, it will increase our reputation. On the other hand, who recognize the peer review systems? In India, the peer review auditors have been recognized by the regulator. First, I'm already said that first recognized by the Security and Exchange Board of India. With effect from 1st April 2010, SEBI mandated that a limited review or a statutory audit report submitted to the concerned stock exchange by listed entity shall be given only by those auditors who have subjected to themselves to peer review process and hold a valid certificate issued by the peer review board. Many of cases in the Ahmedabad, they have signed the financial statement of listed company, but the peer review certificate was expired. There is no provision that if your certificate is expired, you can sign. It has to be periodically reviewed. If your period expired on particular date, you have to start with well in advance that your certificate should be in continue. If you have signed the financial statement and you are not holding a peer review certificate, it leads to the disciplinary action. Another regulator recognized a peer review mechanism is a C&AG. Now the C&AG has given a 25 additional mark. If you are a partner in a firm and your score is 5 per partner, but your firm is a peer review firm, you will get a 25 additional mark to your passing unit or overall score. The Controller and Auditor General of India has revised the policy of empanelment of CA firm or a LLP, appointment of auditor of companies under section 139(5), 139(7) of the Companies Act 2013, and a statutory corporation and autonomous bodies as per the provision of respective act. A maximum of the 25 points have been allotted to firm which hold a peer review certificate on the date of making an application to enrollment, which is big credit given to those firm. The firm is a peer review. So what is the process of peer review? Simple. Institute will send you the questionnaire asking a question about your practicing unit. You have to just fill up and send this questionnaire to ICAI peer review board, and they will appoint a 3 reviewer. If you are not comfortable with all 3 names, you can ask to board for appointment of fresh panel. But the condition is that you should not take a work before 2 years from any this practicing reviewer. आपने रिव्यूअर से 2 साल पहले कोई काम नहीं कराना चाहिए. आप और उसके बीच में कुछ फाइनेंशियल ट्रांजैक्शन नहीं होना चाहिए. इफ योर फर्म हैज बीन अपॉइंटेड एज ए पीयर रिव्यूअर, आप 2 साल बाद में भी उससे कुछ काम नहीं कर सकते फाइनेंशियल ट्रांजैक्शन. What is a peer review process? A peer review process is based on a principle of systematic monitoring of the procedure adopted and record maintained while carrying out the audit and assurance service in the course of one's professional responsibility to ensure the sustained quality. What I'm saying कि whenever जैसे नीरन भाई और हमने एक जब सीए किया होगा तो अकाउंटिंग स्टूडेंट नीरन भाई किधर थे? 1 या 2 थे. Now totally changed. There was 29, but 2 suspended, 27 accounting standard. We never heard. But if we are in the providing a statistical service, it is compulsory for us to know and give the reports on that particular. So a member in who become a peer reviewer? Reviewer कौन बन सकता है? तो first है a member having an experience of at least 7 years of assurance service. मतलब कोई भी चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट जिसके पास 7 साल का ऑडिट एक्सपीरियंस है, COP 7 साल से है, he may become a peer review subject to he has to attend 1 training program in the city. अगर कोई भी सिटी में throughout India you have to attend a 1 training program. दूसरा, a member having an experience of at least 10 years in the employment. अगर कोई चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट 10 साल तक सर्विस में था and he chose to come in the practice. If he is in a practice for 3 years and 10 years in the industries, he may become a peer review. And has to undergone a training for a peer reviewer and clear an online test conducted by the board for the implement of reviewer. Every week, board is conducting a exam. So if you have attended the training program and you are appear in the examination, you will be the peer reviewer. Who cannot be a peer reviewer? A member shall not be eligible if any disciplinary actions, proceeding is pending with him, he has been found guilty of the professional or other misconduct, he has been convicted by the competent court whether within or outside India, or an offence involving in the moral turpitude or a punishable with the imprisonment. A peer review shall not accept, जो already I have told you, accept any professional assignment from the practicing unit for a period of 2 years from the date of appointment. Further, you should not have accepted any professional assignment from the practicing unit for a period of 2 years prior to the appointment as a peer review that practicing unit or its partner in case of a firm. So now criteria for peer review. किसको peer review करना कंपलसरी है? वॉलंटरी, सो मोटो, एनी प्रैक्टिसिंग यूनिट, सो मोटो अप्लाई टू द बोर्ड फॉर द कंडक्ट ऑफ हिज पीर रिव्यू. कोई भी फर्म पीर रिव्यू बोर्ड को डायरेक्ट लिख सकती है कि मुझे मेरी फर्म का पीर रिव्यू कराना है और पीर रिव्यू आपको अपॉइंट कर देंगे. द बोर्ड, स्पेशल केस, द बोर्ड ऑन द स्पेसिफिक इंफॉर्मेशन रिसीव फ्रॉम सेक्रेटरी ICAI or a disciplinary directorate or any other regulator which may special peer review. Suppose income tax department has SEBI has intent, institute secretary of the institute head or a disciplinary committee, that firm can be peer review. A new unit, the board may conduct a peer review of the new unit as defined under clause 212 of the peer review guidelines 2022. So किसको कराना? Now of phase 1, the date from which the peer review is mandatory on 1st April 2022. The practicing unit is proposed to undertake a statutory auditor of enterprises whose equity or a debt security are listed in or abroad as under the SEBI Regulation 2000 primary. Those practitioners are to be a prerequisite of the peer review certificate. Those who are an auditor of listed company, जिसके शेयर लिस्टेड हैं, उस कंपनी के लिए peer reviewer compulsory है. That was in 2022. Now important, the last date is 30th June. That is the end of this month. From 1st July 2024, if you are an auditor of a practice unit which proposed to undertake statutory audit of unlisted company having a paid up capital not less than rupees 500 crore or a annual turnover of not less than 1000 crore or having aggregate outstanding of loan, debenture or a deposit not less than 500 crore. अगर unlisted company की capital 500 करोड़ है या unlisted company का turnover 1000 करोड़ है. Many of us are an auditor of jewelers, where is 1000 crore is a nominal amount. So 1000 crore का turnover है या aggregate loan और debentures का total 1500 crore है, that your firm will be fall under peer review category. Or a practicing unit rendering attestation service having 5 or more partner, 5 या 5 से ज़्यादा पार्टनर है, उनके लिए peer review कंपलसरी है 1 जुलाई 2024 से. मतलब 1 जुलाई के बाद अगर आपके पास वैलिड पीयर रिव्यू सर्टिफिकेट नहीं है, यदि आपके पास 5 या से ज़्यादा पार्टनर है या अनलिस्टेड कंपनी के ऑडिटर है जिसका टर्नओवर 1000 करोड़ ऊपर है, कैपिटल 500 करोड़ है, वो पीयर रिव्यू नहीं कर पाएंगे. तो माय हम्बल रिक्वेस्ट टू ऑल द मेंबर, यू कैन अप्लाई टू द पीयर रिव्यू बोर्ड. बोर्ड इज हेल्पिंग टू द मेंबर, नॉट harassing. आई एम गिविंग यू assurance, we will not do anything. So this is the first. In the second phase, third phase, the date from which the peer review is mandatory is on 1st January 2025. So last date is 31st December 2024. A practicing unit which proposed to undertake the statutory audit of entity which have raised the fund from public, private limited company, public limited company, trust, proprietorship, partnership, the practicing unit which proposed to undertake a statutory audit of entity which have raised fund from public or a bank or a financial institution over a 50 crore rupees. तो 50 करोड़ की लोन वाली तो बहुत सारी आपकी कंपनियां होगी जिसको पीयर रिव्यू कंपलसरी है, इरिस्पेक्ट ऑफ दी पार्टनर 3, 4, 2, 1. बट अगर आपकी किसी भी एंटिटी ने 50 करोड़ से ज़्यादा का लोन लिया है और ए बॉडी कॉर्पोरेट इंक्लूडिंग ट्रस्ट ऑल्सो कवर अंडर दी पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट एंटिटी, एंड फॉर दिस प्रैक्टिसिंग यूनिट देयर इज अ प्री रिक्विजिट हैविंग अ पीयर रिव्यू सर्टिफिकेट. जिसके क्लाइंट ने 50 करोड़ से ज़्यादा का लोन लिया है और उसके अगर आप ऑडिटर है तो आपको पीयर रिव्यू करना कंपलसरी है. या अ प्रैक्टिसिंग यूनिट रेंडरिंग अटेस्टेशन सर्विस एंड हैविंग अ 4 और ए मोर पार्टनर, 4 या 4 से ज़्यादा पार्टनर है. अगर 50 करोड़ की लोन नहीं है लेकिन अगर आपकी फर्म में 4 या 4 से ज़्यादा पार्टनर है तो भी आपको पीयर रिव्यू करवाना जरूरी है. एंड नाउ एप्लीकेबल टू मोस्ट ऑफ ऑल द प्रैक्टिसिंग यूनिट फ्रॉम 1 अप्रैल 2025. द कैटेगरी ऑफ द फर्म covered for mandatory peer review. A practicing unit which proposed to undertake audit of the branch of public sector bank. For this practicing unit, there is a, if you are an auditor of any bank branch auditor, statutory bank auditor, it's a compulsory for all of you. और 3 या 3 से ज़्यादा पार्टनर आपकी फर्म में है तो कराना आपको कंपलसरी है. What is the fee? You can see. ये this is the average of 3 year. 3 year अटेस्टेशन फंक्शन का है. आपको सिर्फ सर्टिफिकेट जो किया है या ऑडिट रिपोर्ट जो साइन किया है उसी की फी का एवरेज फी का परसेंटेज है. अगर 10 लाख से 3 साल में एवरेज रिसीव तो 15,000 फी है. और अगर कोई वही प्रैक्टिसिंग यूनिट स्टेट बैंक ब्रांच इसका कंडक्टिंग स्टेट और लिस्टेड कंपनी तो फी 18,000 है. दिस इज द यू कैन डायरेक्टली आई कैन सेंड यू द ये पीपीटी. So minimum fee recommended for practicing unit where the period of review is less than 3 years. अगर 3 year है तो 3 year की average receipt, no income tax, no consultancy service, only जिसके लिए आपने UDN generate किया है. Yesterday the president already told that we are keeping a record of everything. If you sign the certificates filed in your file and there is no UDN, it may create a problems. So we are asking to the practice unit to please match with the UDN generated and certificate issued or audit report signed. In case of the partnership firms, अगर period is less than 3 years, 1,000 per partner subject to the minimum 5,000 or a maximum 10,000. In case of sole proprietorship, the concern is 5,000. So this is the overview of peer review. कुछ डरने की जरूरत नहीं है. अहमदाबाद हम peer review कंडक्ट करने वाले हैं. इंडिया के एक्सपर्ट फैकल्टी को बुलाएंगे. अहमदाबाद के मेंबर को कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं होना चाहिए. We are there to take care of you. Best, you take a training. Fee is only 500 rupees. Against 500 rupees, we are giving a books of rupees 1,000 to every apparent. Full day training with everything. No additional charge. This is the minimum fee charge is only 500 rupees. That entire cost is bear by peer review board. So this is the basic. Another, I'm saying about the voting happening at institute. Last year, I was heading the career counseling. It's a very, very important. सर मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ कि विद्यादान से उत्तम कोई दान नहीं है. आप और हम जो यहाँ बैठे हैं, सीए किया है, किसी ने तो अपने को गाइड किया होगा या किसी से हमने मोटिवेट हुए, चाहे प्रोफेसर हो, फैमिली मेंबर हो, बड़ा भाई हो, छोटा भाई हो, फादर हो. लेकिन यही काम आप अपनी लाइफ में किसी और को मोटिवेट करें तो बहुत बड़ा काम होगा. अगर आपकी फैमिली में से कोई भी चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट बनता है तो उस फैमिली का तो उद्धार हो ही जाएगा, उसके परिवार का भी हो जाएगा. इन दिस लाइन द इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट इंडिया had started a campaign throughout the India. Last year I conduct program in the Jammu, Srinagar, Mizoram, Nagaland, where we have exempted a 75% fee. हमको पैसा नहीं चाहिए. 75% fee of the student is exempted for the student of Nagaland, Mizoram, Northeast, Srinagar, Jammu, Kashmir. So we are only charges a 25% fee. And it's fact that wherever chartered accountant is there, the economic growth is there. In Mumbai, इंडिया के सबसे ज़्यादा चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट मुंबई में है, तो इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ भी मुंबई का है. मैं आइजॉल गया था बीच में, आइजॉल ओनली सर ओनली 4 चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट है पूरे स्टेट में. तो क्या डेवलपमेंट होगा? चार हमने गवर्नमेंट के साथ जाके सीएम से बात किया, आप यहाँ करो, हम कैरियर काउंसलिंग करेंगे, हम आपके साथ टाइप करेंगे, हम यूनिवर्सिटी को सपोर्ट करेंगे. BOS of the institute is coming with the guidelines that we will support to all University of India. Those who are conducting a commerce course, we will design the syllabus for that. We will not charge anything. पूरा सिलेबस हम उनको तैयार करके देंगे. आपको क्या टॉपिक पढ़ाना है, क्या जरूरी है, कॉमर्स स्ट्रीम में पूरा हम तैयार करके दे रहे हैं यूनिवर्सिटी ग्रांट कमीशन के साथ में. Another, we have set up a fund of rupees 1,000 crore to 100 crore to just give a scholarship to the student. कोई भी स्टूडेंट जिसकी आर्थिक स्थिति ठीक नहीं है और सीए करना चाहता है, we will provide them the scholarship. So अगर आपके ध्यान में ऐसा कोई स्टूडेंट आए इसके पास पैसे नहीं है, आपको भी स्कॉलरशिप देने की जरूरत नहीं. नॉर्मली हम कहते थे कि आप हेल्प करो, हम करेंगे, वो भी नहीं है. इंस्टीट्यूट हेल्प करेगी, हम लोग देंगे. दिल्ली आपका ही पैसा, हमारा ही पैसा है, लेकिन हमारे पैसे से अगर किसी का भला हो रहा है और पैसों के कारण नहीं बन रहा है तो स्कॉलरशिप भी इंस्टीट्यूट ने चालू किया. दूसरा, दिस ईयर वी आर सेलिब्रेटिंग 75th ईयर ऑफ इंसेप्शन एंड वी हैव मॉडिफाइड द इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पॉलिसी ऑफ ICAI. प्रीवियसली कोई भी ब्रांच जिसमें 500 से ज़्यादा मेंबर है उन्हीं को बिल्डिंग हम बना के दे रहे थे 500 या 500 से ज़्यादा. लेकिन दिस ईयर वी हैव डिसाइडेड टू गिव अ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर टू दोज ब्रांचेज वेर हैविंग फ्रॉम मेंबर फ्रॉम 300 to 500. 300 से 500 का अगर कोई भी ब्रांच है और इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर उसको चाहिए तो विल प्रोवाइड देम 4 crore फॉर द लैंड. एंड वी एडवाइज टू ऑल द मैनेजिंग कमेटी मेंबर ऑफ द ब्रांच, प्लीज go and approach to government to take a land from government, not to deal with the private sector because there is a chances of corruption is there. In Ahmedabad also, we had taken the land from government of Gujarat at 50% cost. Gujarat government, Rupani ji has given at 50% cost. So we have taken land at Jamnagar, that is a 60% cost. So we are approached from the government and we have request to the Gandhinagar branch also. You go and meet to the government, they will provide the. We are giving 4 crore rupees for the land purchase and 8.5 crores for the construction of building. So this is the policy of ICAI to just give the comfort to the members and students. Why should members should sit on the plastic chair when there is a huge fund in ICAI? Let them, because this is a brand building. आपकी यहाँ जैसे अहमदाबाद है, नॉट ओनली अहमदाबाद की जो ब्रांच बिल्डिंग अभी बनाई है, नॉट ओनली अहमदाबाद की बट इंडिया की सबसे बड़ी ब्रांच बिल्डिंग है विथ 1,52,000 square feet, not at any regional office. So the institute has given huge fund to the branches, giving huge fund to member for the upgradation of knowledge. My committee is a CP committee where we are making a dashboard who all 175 branches of the ICAI. Currently I am looking the affairs of 175 branches as RBI directed. We are coming with one dashboard. All the 175 branches of ICAI will register program at the same portal. And all the member can choose this program of your choice. If you want to banking, income tax, audit, GST, you can go and register from single portal. You have not to scroll the website of 175 branches and found out which is the best program. You can just go to one dashboard and you have registered with the amount you have to pay at single portal, and we will transfer fund to the entire branch from which all the 68 overseas chapter, same we are mentioning. Another, we are coming with the one MRL MOU. How if our members wants to go the abroad, उसको abroad जाना है तो क्या formalities करनी है, क्या उसको, कई लोगों को पता है, नए बच्चे पास हुए पूछते हैं हमको क्या करना चाहिए, मुझे दुबई जाना है, सिंगापुर जाना है, लंदन जाना है, तो क्या है उसके लिए हम कमिंग आउट विद दी वन सिंगल प्रोग्राम कि आपको दुबई जाना है तो ये करना है, सिंगापुर जाना है तो ये करना है. देखो सर, ब्रांडिंग की इंपॉर्टेंस तो है. लास्ट ईयर वी कंडक्टेड वर्ल्ड कांग्रेस ऑफ अकाउंटेंट इंडिया फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम. द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ सिंगापुर केम टू द मुंबई एंड ही आस्क्ड, वी स्टडिंग एट विद द देवाशीष स्मिता and Anikit bhai, that this is your building. So with a lot of pride and humility, the Devashish Mehta ji of president of ICAI, सर ऐसी तो हमारे पास 150 बिल्डिंग है. सिंगापुर में लास्ट ईयर में 2 बार जाके उनका एक फ्लोर ही है. तो जब हम बार बार उनके अप्रोच कर रहे थे कि हम म्यूचुअल रिकॉग्नाइज एग्रीमेंट करते हैं, कुछ पेपर आप एग्जाम करें, कुछ हम करते हैं, सिंगापुर के लोगों को हम डिग्री देंगे, आप हमारे को, लेकिन उसको लगता है कि इंडिया के सब लोग इधर आ गए तो हमारा आइसलैंड डूब जाएगा, श्रिंक माय आइसलैंड सिंगापुर. But after attending a World Congress in Mumbai, and Aniket Bhai become a president of ICAI on the 14th February, we got an email from Singapore that any member who is residing in Singapore from since last 6 months, we will automatically give you the degree. कुछ भी करने की जरूरत नहीं, इतना वो ब्रांडिंग का इमेज है. वो बोलते हैं तो देते थे ना जवाब, उनके सलाम आने लगे, वक्त बदल गया तो नीम के पेड़ पे आम आने लगे. That is the power of the branding. So Institute is doing a lot of work. I will not take much of time. I request Sunil Bhai to take further. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Purushottam Khandelwal, for delivering on the peer review, the importance of the peer review, the requirements of the peer review. Yes, I also fully agree that we know that the institute is making the phased manner the peer review mandatory for the practicing unit, the firms, and requesting members also for adoption of that process. Now coming to the session, just talk with the faculty is on the way, and maximum 5 minutes it will take to start the session now. Or 5 minutes, if any questions, let's say that we have started with a peer review, so if any questions related with this topic, let's attend first that. Anybody else, so we are having the Purushottam, he will able to guide us on that. If any question arising regarding maybe the requirements or any other thing for the peer review. We are, yes, Niran Bhai.
You know, the practicing unit has a certificate valid up to a particular date, let's say April 24.
Okay.
Now the peer review is already conducted, the process is completed, the report has been sent to the peer review board. But you know, the certificate is not issued because the peer review board generally meets.
Generally?
Generally meets once in a month or, you know.
Yes, for deciding. Huh.
Yeah. So there is a time gap between the completion of the peer review process and the receipt of the peer review certificate. Now in the meanwhile, the April 24 date has already passed. Under the circumstances, if the auditor is supposed to sign the listed company's balance sheet, his existing peer review certificate has already expired. But the process is completed, but because the meeting is not being held in time,
So it has not been issued.
there is
Huh.
no certificate on his hand. In such a situation, can he sign the listed company's balance sheet? This is first question.
Okay. Got your point, sir. There is a vacuum, let's say you are saying that maybe vacuum maybe for
Yes.
15 days or 1 month, and what to do during that vacuum
And
period.
if the practicing unit or the partner of the practicing unit signs the balance sheet of the or the financial statements of the listed company, is there any violation? This is first question. Second question, that whether the peer review certificate or the peer review board has any teeth, in the sense that is there any regulatory disciplinary action against the practicing unit which has not undergone the peer review? Because does the institute have the teeth of disciplinary action against the practicing unit who has not undergone the peer review process?
Okay.
Thank you.
Sir, nowadays, every Monday we are conducting a peer review meeting, sir. Not in a month. But whenever the process is completed, we are immediately issue the email to the practicing unit that your process has been completed, that it's a sufficient evidence that your firm is peer review board. We are not taking any suo motu action against the practicing unit, but whenever any investigation from SEBI is writing to the board member that you are from the audit which is conducted by a chartered accountant firm is not a peer review. So they are asking for the peer review certificate. We are not taking any action against it. But we are coming with a circular in COVID period that we had given exemption not to conduct a peer review. So you can take a plea of that circular. But now we are giving a huge response that there are a team of 17 chartered accountants in the peer review board. So whenever your process is completed, we are immediately issue the certificates. Your all queries are completed, and if you mail the receipt, as good as the certificate is issued. Another, if your violation, then we are not doing anything from our side. But SEBI is rating us, you please investigate your member was peer review firm or not. Then process is taken for the discipline action. Otherwise not.
What I understood that it will be ensured that there will be no any time gap for issuing the certificate after the completion of the entire process. That will be ensured. And
सर सर्टिफिकेट बाद में, लेकिन आपका प्रोसेस कंप्लीट हो गया. आपने बोला कि प्रोसेस कंप्लीट हो गया, एवरीथिंग इज कंप्लीटेड. मीनवाइल आपका डेट पूरा हो गया. लेकिन अगर आपने वो साइन, अगर मेल आपके पास आ गया है, then it goes as evidence of your firm is peer review. Certificate मतलब ultimately our main purpose, intention behind is to firm should be clean. वो
certificate they are asking.
My process. You have to write that. You have to reply. Sir, ultimately you have to reply for notice which is due from the SEBI. लिख दो कि भाई हमारा process complete हो गया. We have received the mail, but certificate issued so and so date. But there is no time gap is there.
दोनों
period पूरा उसी के period का आपका continue है. That will be sufficient evidence.
दोनों चीज़ें इंस्टीट्यूट भी ट्राई करे कि जितना जल्दी हो सके. एंड सेकेंडली रिक्वेस्टिंग टू मेंबर्स ऑल्सो दैट दे अप्लाई वेल इन एडवांस, considering little bit buffer time for at the time of renewal of the certificate. It delayed.
We have given 6 days time to the reviewer. He has to apply for the extension of the time period. सब मेरे को बोलते हैं. I will find out the
Yes, yes.
सर वो सर्टिफिकेट जो इशू होगा वो जो पहले मार्च तक वैलिड था, अभी मानो कि मई में इशू किया,
प्रोस्पेक्टिव डेट से होगा.
तो अप्रैल से ही होगा ना वो?
प्रोस्पेक्टिव नॉट रिट्रोस्पेक्टिव. It seems there are no more questions, but we are starting in a while.
Any question about the
The first session, we know it is a faceless assessment, then the real estate transactions, then today from Delhi, CA Pramod Kumar, the former ITAT member, who is also already in the hotel, and he will be joining us after the lunch, how to develop the litigation practice, mainly for the new members and maybe after 5-7 years, those who have completed the practice. For them, it would be more useful. हाँ बस we are quickly changing the dais, and once again thank you very much to the Central Council member CA Purushottam Khandelwal. Thank you all of you. And one announcement already I have done yesterday, and again I am reminding everyone that we are having another national conference on the capital market on 22nd June and 23rd June. Requesting everyone to participate in that. Yes.
21st of the June, ICAI is conducting the independent directors program in Ahmedabad. How to become an independent director?
Okay. One more announcement. Just now Purushottam Bhai told that on 21st June, the ICAI is conducting the program in Ahmedabad regarding how to become independent director. So nowadays the independent director, the importance that has been increasing day to day, and 21st June, the further details of the program, it will be known to you very shortly. Maybe in the next week, whenever it is finalized, we will let you know. But the date is finalized 21st June, and other things we will let you know. 1st July, the CA day, the whole schedule of the 1st July, that is under planning, and we will be finalizing by next 3-4 days, and it will be again announced to you in the next week. the 1st July, the entire evening, as we have done in the earlier years also, we have planned the cultural evening also on the 1st July. So the more details will be shared to you soon in the next week. Regarding the members that I have said to you, we have more programs in the month of July that will be announced later. But as far as the students are concerned, we are having the national conference for the students, and it has already been announced to the students, and just for your articles, and if you are known to the CA students, you may share the information to them. On 29th June and on 30th June, we are having 2 days program across, the faculties are from across India, and the technical sessions, they have the 4 technical sessions, paper presentation, all the things to develop their skills of the students, soft skills of the students. On 29th June and 30th June, at Sardar Patel Smarak Sahibag, we are having the 2 days conference for the students. That's it and we are changing the dais, and then after we are starting. Thank you very much. Thank you all of you for accommodating us. Thank you.